What?
All this chocolate to the heat.
There's a whole lot of chocolate though. Hey everybody, I am Jay.
And I'm Taye.
And welcome to our channel. And in this video, as you can see from the title, it's going to get juicy. And you're probably thinking, what? An arranged marriage?
Right.
Well, believe it or not, that is exactly what it was. So we're gonna get right into it. We have some notes here. We're gonna go through it. We got about 6 topics that we're gonna cover today. And the first one, babe. Oh, this is actually for me.
Yes.
Did you know she was the one? Actually, I didn't know nothing. Let me tell you something. Do you remember when Acts chapter 9 in the Bible, when Jesus appeared to Saul and he blinded him, right? That's exactly how I was. I was blinded. I had no idea, because honestly at the time, I wasn't even looking for marriage, much less, I wasn't even looking to date nobody. I was like in my Paul mode. I figured, hey, I'm gonna go and start 7 new churches in Turkey. And that's pretty much how I was gonna be, completely solo. I just chopped it up like, man, I'm just gonna be single for the rest of my life. So I didn't even know anything. I didn't know we were gonna date. Actually, we didn't even date, did we?
We didn't date.
We didn't date.
No.
We sure didn't, babe. Did you know I was the one?
Not in the beginning. I did not know that you were the one.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that you were the one. And I was confused as to why or how that could even be possible.
Man.
Neither of us was actually like looking for each other or even really into each other at that time. And when I found out that he was the one, I just kind of kept it to myself. And I didn't go to him, but I went to my sister and my mom, and I was telling them what God had told me.
Wait, when did God tell you?
He told me during the fasting period. Like, it was a time that
when I ghosted.
stepped away. Yeah.
When I ghosted.
It was when you stepped away.
Yeah.
So.
And what did he tell you?
That you were my husband.
What'd you think?
I thought I was going crazy.
Why
And everybody else thought I was crazy too. It was because I never experienced it before.
No.
Just like I never experienced fasting until that time.
And you really didn't even know that it was
I didn't know what it was called.
fasting.
I didn't know that it was called fasting until I went through it.
What did you think when it was actually revealed? Like what did you? I know you said you thought you were going crazy, but because you knew like way
I knew like
way
months.
before.
It was like months.
Because I gotta tell y'all like how it was revealed to me too.
Yeah. It was just weird. It was said to me more than one time. It's a bug on me.
There's a bug on it.
Yeah. It was told to me more than one time, so I just kind of kept it to myself, and I talked to my mom and my sister. I was like, y'all ain't gonna believe me, but this is what God told me.
What'd they say?
I was like, kind of like, what? Like, they were looking at me like I was crazy. They thought I was going crazy.
And you're like trying to convince them and stuff?
I was just telling them. I was trying to tell them what I heard. And they didn't understand it. So,
Yeah.
that was kind of sucky a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and it was probably, what was it, around January for me of 2022. So God had revealed to you like back in August area, right, of 2021? No? When did,
No, it was maybe
June, July-ish?
No, because we met on Nextdoor in 2020, and then 2021 is when we started back talking. It was in around it was summertime, around that time.
Right.
Summertime, probably July.
Okay.
Right, and it was around September.
Oh, gotcha.
September-ish, because I remember December is when we reconnected because we were supposed to do the Chosen.
Oh, yeah.
Series, the Christmas special.
Okay, so January 2022 I was in my prayer closet and I was doing my thing, you know, sitting on my cloud, floating, and talking to God, because, you know, that's how I roll with him. And I hear this voice. Now, I know it was the Holy Spirit. He said, pray for her as if she's your wife. My first response was like, absolutely not, Satan, get behind me, because I ain't getting married. Much less, I ain't dating nobody. I'm not gonna be with nobody, nothing like that. I'm gonna be Saul or Paul and go start my 7 churches. And that's just what it is. So the next day, I get in my prayer closet again. And I hear it again. Pray for her as if she's my wife. And I'm like, dang, man, are you crazy? Like, am I hearing this right? You can't be serious. And so, you know, I'm like, all right, man. I mean, I started, like, I'm sitting there doubting, right? So I kind of tap into my Gideon thing where, you know, I just got to like throw out my fleece and kind of figure this thing out. But I started praying over her. I started, you know, just praying over her kids, you know, and I didn't understand it at all. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing until probably, I was in Kroger's parking lot.
Yep.
And I had texted you, that was later in the month of January. I think it was still January. And we were still kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, it was mid-January.
Yeah, it was mid-January, and we were kind of going back and forth. And I had texted her, and I said, hey, I think I know who you are to me. And you said?
I know who you are to me.
And I said,
like I've been knowing who you are to me.
Yeah, and I said, I think you're my wife. And then you said,
I know you're my husband.
And I said, what? I said, oh my gosh. So it was kind of just mind blown. And I really, well, when you told me that, I asked you, like, when did you know?
Yeah.
And then you told me.
Yeah.
It was when I had stepped away, and then
I wasn't able to eat meat.
Yeah.
And I lost a lot of weight. It was weird. The kids, one day I was just in the kitchen cooking, and I fixed the kids' plate, and everybody was eating, but when I took a bite of my food, my meat, it was just like I couldn't eat it. I was like, something is wrong with me. So the kids were like, nothing's wrong with the food. It's good.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute. You knew like 4 months ago, and you didn't tell me?
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
It wasn't for me to do. There was times that I thought about it, but it didn't feel. It wasn't supposed to like come from me during that time. How
was it waiting for me to get with the program?
It was very hard. Cause it was like, cause he really was not like paying attention or anything. It was just strictly like friends, and I didn't push it to go any
bad
further
friends.
or anything. It was just.
I was bad friend.
He was a horrible friend, but.
We use friend loosely.
Yeah. But we just, I don't know, like, we really didn't, we really wasn't, like, into each other at that level. But I knew that he was supposed to be my husband.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that was going to take place, what any of that looked like, because this dude head was, like, all in the cloud.
Who had feelings first? Actually, I think...
I would say I had feelings first, but they were suppressed feelings. But you...
I had no feelings. I have a heart of stone.
Oh, we're going to get to
steel.
that later, because it's been a lot of discovering he has feelings. Because he put in my head that he has no feelings, but we're going to save that for another video.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was definitely you that had feelings first.
I had feelings first, but you didn't know that I had feelings for you first.
Didn't have a clue.
Didn't have a clue. Because I wasn't showing this.
Okay, who loved who first?
He loved me. Well, I loved him first.
You're the first of that. You're the first for everything.
Because I knew.
Yeah, that's true.
And I began to look at you as my husband, right?
Ooh.
But I did not
Yeah.
do anything inappropriate, anything to reveal what was told to me, because it wasn't the time. There was so many times that I wanted to, but I was like, it's like, Lord, please, like, tell me, should I? When should I? And I never got anything. So it wasn't for me to do. So I just kind of kept it to myself. And then you told me.
Do you remember?
You loved me first. You said, he told me that he loved me.
I said it first, so I got something.
I was like, of course you do.
Man, oh, that's a whole nother story. Wait till we get into that one. Yeah, of course I do, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, I did tell her that I loved her first. And I still love you.
I love you too.
A whole bunch more. You know, that's the funny thing about love, right? Because in relationships, I think it's important to understand that love actually grows, right? Like, it wasn't, for us, it wasn't love at first sight. Well, I guess I can only speak for me. Of course, maybe it was for her.
Absolutely not. Let's stop that one.
What?
It was not a love. Child,
Okay,
please.
but yeah, love grows, because we could use the same thing, you know, we could compare it to like God, right? Your relationship with God. Do you love God more today than you did, say, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, or maybe when you first, you know, submitted your life to Christ? Do you love him? Of course, because it grows and it matures, and that's kind of the same thing with us. And man, it has been wild and very crazy. You talk about God pruning us, like marriage isn't like for you to just be happy and living on a cloud and all that other stuff. Marriage actually, the whole purpose of marriage is to resemble God, you know, the Godhead, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And so, man, it's been tough learning unconditional love, because we live in such a conditional world where everything's conditional. So, yeah. So, man, I can't wait for the next video, because the next video is going to be the proposal. Man, wait for the proposal, because, you know, your boy did something a little extravagant. And man, she wasn't ready for that at all.
It was a good proposal. It was really good.
Oh man. So we would love to know, how did you know that you and your spouse was the one? Don't forget to comment below. And if this is your first time and you've made it to the end of this video, we want to thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and turn on the bell notification, especially if you like listening to our story. So we love you. God bless. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.